Sri Lankan government announced a curfew in the capital Colombo and its suburbs on Thursday after thousands of protesters stormed Prime Minister's office compound the previous day.
Police fired several rounds of tear gas, but protesters appeared undeterred and surged into the compound. Besides blaming President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his powerful dynastic family for leading the country into an economic abyss, the protesters are also furious with Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, whom they accused of protecting the president. Many believe that his appointment in May alleviated pressure on Rajapaksa to resign. The nationwide curfew is expected to remain until 5 a.m. on Friday.
Meanwhile, former spokesperson for the United States Department of State, John Kirby, described the indicators of success and broader aim of President Joe Biden's trip to the Middle East.
So much that needs to be discussed on this trip, and the agenda is quite extensive. Between going to Israel and furthering our defense partnership and reaffirming our ironclad commitment to Israel's defense, to meeting with President Abbas, and to reaffirming our commitment to a two-state solution between Israel and Palestine. And then, of course, in Saudi Arabia, where we'll have bilateral discussions with King Salman and his leadership team. Again, this is a strategic partner for 80 years. The Saudi pilots flew with American pilots as they went after ISIS targets in 2014. Saudi sailors still today are sailing with American sailors in the Persian Gulf, trying to minimize the Iranians' destabilizing activities there in the maritime environment. They're a strategic partner, and there's a lot to talk about, whether it's counterterrorism, whether certainly it's about the Iranian threat, or the war in Yemen. Now we're on our second extension of a truce in Yemen. Thousands of Yemenis now lives have been saved because that war has stopped for the longest period of time in 7 years. So that's significant. And then, of course, on his last day, he'll be sitting down with 9 other leaders in the context of the Gulf Cooperation Council. And my goodness, there's a lot to talk about there. Again, counterterrorism and security, but also economic security, energy security, food security, and climate change. So there's an awful lot on the table for the president. He's very much looking forward to this trip.